I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Monday, August the 21st. And hide your eyes, but this market is down. You're hiding your eyes anyway, you guys up there in the Midwest watching this eclipse come through. And I was up in that part of the country here a couple of weeks ago, and all my friends and old neighbors in the northwest Missouri was sure talking about it. Going to be coming right through the St. Joe area there, and they were pretty excited about it. But we are in a down market, guys, and we know that for sure, and it's going to be hard to stop this train. But the board for last week, live cattle futures, actually the board wasn't down that much. It just didn't give any support to an already down cash market. And once you get that cash market moving in a direction, it's going to keep going unless you get a lot of things propped up there to stop it. But live cattle futures, the October contract last week ended at 105.90, down $1.50 for the week. August spot live cattle futures ended at 106.37, down $3.35 for the week. Feeder cattle August contract ended the week at 140.5, down $1.27. But lost a lot of ground on your cash fat cattle trade. They had sold 92,700 head through Thursday there, and had a big Thursday of 72,000 head on a sharply lower market. But we've lost your $1.10 on a weighted average price anyway. Your overall market is established at $1.10, but when you threw in some of those cheaper cattle, your weighted average on a cash live steers 109.72 for last week. In the 5-area feeding region, down about $5.50, and your dress steers 175.26, down about $8.50. Box beef cutout values, like we said, we found some seasonal footing, and found a bottom there seasonally as the drop off always comes, but now the market's just lower. We had pretty good movement. We're getting a lot of your retailers coming in and buying box beef cutouts for down the road forward sales, and filling their inventories for some specials now that the market's getting low enough on that can really compete with chicken and pork and things like that. But choice cutouts, the average of last week's trade was at 197.06, down 431. Your selects down 175 at 194.81, with that choice select spread just $2.25, and it seems like just the other day it was $30. But you see how the purchasing of those middle meats, which is really important on the grading, is really backed off here late in the summer. And we're also seeing a lot more choice cattle, because those yearlings, the cattle that went on feed as long yearlings, just grade a lot better than those calf feds. But you look at your cash feeder cattle market, last week ended kind of unevenly steady after being down hard Monday and Tuesday, just kept catching up with the previous week's losses. But by the time we got to the mid to late week sales, they were really just unevenly steady with the previous week, and some of them were actually a little bit stronger, because you remember that Wednesday before when the board was down the limit and everything really broke hard, some of those markets were 10, 12 bucks lower. But southeastern calf markets $2 to $5 lower, and big discounts on your unweaned calves and in other areas. But you see, the word was kind of out on these lower yearlings that showed up in Lexington, Nebraska on Friday there, and that's one of the sales that usually just so far above the market that you can't believe it, and still selling better than you can get almost anywhere in the country. But $6 to $8 lower than the sale they had the 2 weeks before, and they had 65 had a 930 pound steers bring 144. That's your feeder flash for Monday.